Hi, I'm Don Panhorst, and this is a video on foraging. Foraging to me is very important. It should be the second thing you learn in life, right after breastfeeding, because it's very important. It fulfills one of your basic needs in life, which is food security, especially if you're in the wild. And if you learn how to forage properly, you can go to any spot on this planet and find the food that you need. And here I'm going to give you a short introduction. There's a few rules to foraging. The first rule is don't forage within 50 feet of a highway, because there's a lot of toxins that come out of automobiles and you don't want to be eating that stuff. And don't forage anywhere where you know there might be contamination. The second rule is don't eat anything unless you know what it is. And there's a test to find out if it's going to be toxic to you. The first thing is break it open and smell of it. Smell of the juices in the plant. The second thing you need to do is rub it on the inside of your elbow and make sure that you're not going to have a skin reaction. And then wait about 8 hours, and then put some on your lips and see if you're going to have a mouth reaction. And if you don't have any reactions, you can try a little bit and wait another 8 hours and see if it does anything to you. Okay, that said, this video that I'm fixing to show you is just a few plants at the Nature Center, which were easy to find. These plants are easy to find anywhere in northeast Arkansas, at least. And I'm going to give you a few websites at the end where you can find out tons of information on foraging. It's a good way to connect to the earth. I believe it's that the food in your local environment, which in a lot of cases would be in your yard, a lot of people call them weeds, would be the best food for you. It has all the enzymes. It's green leafy food, which a lot of people know nowadays that green leafy food is the primary food for humans. And I hope you enjoy this video. The best way to tell it's got little leaves that look kind of like a mouse ear, and they're opposite from each other. But the best way to tell is when you break the stem just easily and pull on it, it has like a spongy cord between it. Did you see that? And that makes you 100% sure it's chickweed. And you can eat it. It tastes kind of like spinach. It's not too bad.
Show us one more time the string in between.
Okay. Let me get a bigger one. Okay. When you snap it and you pull, there'll be a string in the middle. You can see that it feels kind of spongy.
Okay.
And that's a definite identification of chickweed. And see what it looks like there. Okay.
Okay.
Alright. Pine trees are always good to eat on the trail. You can just eat the twigs. What you want to do is chew them. Don't swallow them. And they have a lot of vitamin C. And if you're out of water, they have a lot of liquid in them too. And you can also eat the end pieces if you get a good shot of this right here. The end pieces are kind of soft, and you can just eat those. Okay, right here we found some wood sorrel. It's kind of a sweet clover. A lot of people call it sweet clover, and it's growing here in the woods. And you can just pick the leaves and eat that. It's sweet tasting, and because it's got oxalic acid in it. Okay, this is a wild lettuce. It's one of the most common green plants growing around here. It's a basal rosette, and it's got spines on the back of the leaves. It looks kind of like dandelion, other than it has spines on the back of the leaves and kind of an arrow-shaped end. And they grow into tall bushes. It's a perennial. It grows to be about 3 feet tall, and every part of it's edible. Okay, this is the juniper tree. A lot of people call it a cedar. This is Lindsay. Say hi, Lindsay.
Hi.
She's eating juniper berries off of the tree. Let me find one on a tree. This is what they look like.
And what are they good for?
They're good for a cough. If you have a cough, or if you have a sore throat, they're sort of an antibiotic, and you can just eat them. You probably won't be able to eat a lot because they have a lot of kind of a tart, strong taste. They're packed with vitamins and really good. You can also eat the limbs off the tree, or the green part. This is a dandelion, which is a really good food to eat, and you see it raw. All parts of it are also edible, including the yellow flowers that it usually has. One good way to identify the leaves is there's no ribs on the back. They're slick all the way down, and they have kind of an arrow point. And here's one that's fixing to bloom. And it's a good staple food. It has a lot of medicinal purposes. And you notice also there's a lot of green clover around here, which is also edible, and grass. This is the dandelion without the flowers, and the greens are the best part to eat, and you just want to make sure that that back rib doesn't have any spines on it. If it does have spines, it's wild lettuce, which is also edible, but it has a different taste. And give you a close-up of the leaf. This right here is it's called a curly dock. It's also called a yellow dock, and you see a lot in health food stores, and it's pretty expensive, but it just grows wild around here, and grows about 2 feet tall, and it tastes fairly good. It's kind of sweet tasting, and you just eat it raw. Eat the right out of the ground like that. These are wild onions, which I'm sure everybody's seen in their yard. The actual part you want to eat of these is the green part. The root's edible. It's kind of strong, and if you're in a survival situation, you don't want to eat food that's going to attack your body. So the green parts taste really good. Tastes like onions. It's good to mix in. I put it in salads all the time. It's really good. This is Lindsay again. She's eating. You actually don't eat the sumac berries. You just hold them in your mouth and soak the outside off, and then spit the berry out. But they taste pretty good. You can pour water over them and make Kool-Aid if you're out and want something to drink besides water, which a lot of times when you're out in the woods for very long you do. Okay, right here, this with the little purple flowers on it, this is called henbit, and they call it that because chickens eat it a lot, and it's really good to eat. You can throw it in salads. Here's a white clover flower, and this is some pretty big clovers. So just right here would be a pretty good sized salad with some different flavors in it. Well, we're fixing to head back home. Me and Lindsay. Say hi.
Hi. Bye.